Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. This is the Romulan Faction and this is the Doctor. So, in our last mission we finished the main Elachi storyline because we really dealt a blow to them. It was called Vengeance and we finished that with Devil's Choice. And what I learned is that that particular mission was the mission that used to be a lot harder. Apparently, there was not much support or defense in that level, and people ended up dying about 20 times because there was just so much going on and not enough help. But since this Legacy of Romulus has been out, they patched that and added more help and defense. So the mission is easier. So for me, it was easier this time than it used to be back when they first introduced it. But it is what it is right now, and it's not too bad. It is manageable now. Alright, so now we're going to start the next storyline, which is called Freedom. And it says, put an end to the Tal Shiar threat and free your people. This basically deals with Hakiv, who we met a little bit earlier on in this whole storyline together. But in this storyline, we see that there's the Vault, Mine Enemy, Frozen, Coliseum, Cutting the Cord. All of these deal with what was called the Romulan featured episode series. When it first came out, it was a separate episode series that was released a long time ago. Well, not too long ago, but it was a while ago now, before Legacy of Romulus. But since then, they've integrated it into the storyline of the game, and obviously it's playable on each faction. So it's not unique. The mission is exactly the same on KDF, Federation, or Romulan side. But now that we are on the Romulan side, we're playing it from the perspective of a Romulan, and so it should be a little bit different from that perspective. But it is stuff you've seen before if you've watched my other playthroughs of the game. But we're going to do it. Actually, the first one, called Toward Freedom, is a new mission. It's a unique mission. This one is not on the Federation or KDF side. This first one is unique. And it is called Freedom, or Toward Freedom. So let's see what it's all about. The battle with the Elachi is over, and it's time to regroup with your fleet. Commander, I have a new task for you. This situation is a bit delicate. Starfleet has shared with us certain information regarding activities undertaken by the Empire. One of the outposts along the old border, Starbase 39 Sierra, keeps watch over Tal Shiar and Romulan Star Navy movements, at least as much as it can. Given the preponderance of cloaking devices in the fleet, Admiral Tanay on Starbase 39 Sierra can give you further information. Report to her. Rassilon, I know that Admiral Tanay was not exactly pleasant to work with during the meeting at Kittimer. I've asked a few colleagues and learned that past experiences have given her something of a grudge against Romulans. Her attitude may have changed somewhat because of the actions of you and other officers allied with Starfleet, but don't expect her to be warm or welcoming. And while it may be tempting to try to bait her, remember that the Republic and all of its people are counting on you. Think of it as your chance to be more rational and diplomatic than a Vulcan. Okay, so this isn't necessarily a mission. It's more so a means of getting from one location to another. They're now setting you in a different part of the game and a different sector block so that you become familiar with the new contact for that. Because I believe Admiral Tanay is our contact, will be our contact for the Vault. And so basically that's a way of, segueing into that. So this is not a big mission. This is just a means of getting there. Travel to Starbase 39. And meet with Admiral Tanay. So this will not give us any rewards or anything. This will just simply get us to Admiral Tanay so that we know her as a contact. So this video will actually contain two missions here. We'll do Toward Freedom and then we'll do the Vault. And as we all know, the Vault is a shuttle mission, so that will be interesting. Starbase 39, there we go. Always in Alpha Centauri. So we will have to get in a shuttle for the vault, and I'll use my Scorpion fighter. I'd like to use it more and get to know it better. I think I will before we go do the vault, though. I think I'll go ahead and throw phasers on it, or not phasers, but beam weapons instead of cannons this time. All right, enter deep space encounter. No, enter Sierra system. So this is Starbase 39. And now we have to go find Tanae, which is in the Admiral's office. I think it's this way. They have redesigned this place. Yes, Admiral's office. And Tanae should be right here. And that's it. Basically, we're done. We get to turn that little thing in. Hail.
I see that you have arrived, as instructed. We have much work to do.
Continue. That's basically done. So that little mission is just to get you here to Tanae so that you can know where she's at to start the next mission and so forth. Just gives you a little bit of skill points, not too many there. Nothing worth noting. Alright, but the real mission here that we're going to do now is called the Vault. This one is an entire mission. Of course, we've done it on KDF and Federation, and now it's time to do it as a Romulan. Your crew finds itself in a tight situation when you are ordered to investigate an energy surge on an abandoned starbase. Hail.
Before the destruction of Romulus, the Imperial Navy and the Tal Shar operated a base known as the Vault. It was a massive starbase in a remote system designed to facilitate illegal research and construction projects on a tremendous scale. I am sure, however, that such a breach of interstellar accords by the Romulan Star Empire is no surprise to you. Research at the Vault led to the use of Borg technology in various Romulan ship refits. While the facility was abandoned in the wake of the Hobus supernova, long-range sensors have reported activity and ship traffic in the Hakona system, where the Vault is located. Starfleet wishes to be certain that nobody is able to use the Vault to acquire Borg technology or restricted weapons. Command has recommended that you, as a former subject of the Star Empire, may have an advantage in entering the Vault by subterfuge instead of force. I need you to proceed immediately to the Hakona system and investigate the Vault. Engage if you must, but I would prefer if you could gather the information we need without conflict.
So now we got to go speak with DeSoto for additional information, and then go to the shipyard, and we need to get in a shuttlecraft and fly to the Hakona system, which is in Cyvalorum. And we will get Scorpion fighters as our reward for this. And they are consumable devices, but you get like 50 of them or something like that. They can be useful. They're nice. Although I think the cooldown time on them is way too much. Alright, now DeSoto is just right here. If anyone asks, where's DeSoto? He's on Starbase 39, and he's right beside Tanae. So now we talk to DeSoto. In order to avoid drawing too much notice, you need to fly under the radar, so to speak. Admiral Tanae has authorized the requisition of a shuttlecraft. You can fulfill the requisition in the shipyard. Once you're ready, take the shuttlecraft out to the Hakona system. If you have a runabout fighter or other such craft available, feel free to use it, but do not approach the system in a starship. We want to avoid the notice of whoever's in the Vault. A shuttle will also be able to dock with the Vault and explore the interior. No more questions. So we need to go to the shipyard. Even though, okay, it looks like now they bypassed that, because in the past you actually literally had to go to the shipyard and get a free shuttle anyway, or equip one before the mission would continue. But now the mission continues automatically, and you can go straight to the Hakona system. However, I'm not 100% sure if it will auto put you in a shuttle once you get to the Hakona system. It just might. It just might auto put you in a shuttle. But in the case that it does not, and I'm sure people will let me know, I will go ahead and get in my shuttle now. It doesn't hurt to do so. You're already here at the starbase. You can easily go to the shipyard and hop in your shuttle and just fly there in a shuttle. Let's get our shuttle ready, though. What does this guy have? He just has weapons. I did want to put phasers, or not, I keep saying phasers, but I mean beam weapons on my shuttle. I'm not sure where I find that at this starbase, but I do want to put beam weapons. There is a little bit of combat in the vault, and the beam weapons will definitely help. Okay, that's requisition with dilithium. Here we go. Requisition ship equipment with energy credits. Purchase starship weapons. It doesn't say shuttle weapons. I want shuttle. I want the Shuttle S beam weapons. You know what? I might have to go to a whole different place for that. DS9 or Earth Space Dock. Starship equipment. Oh, here we go. Shuttle weapons and equipment. Never mind. Forget what I just said. Here's the option right here. I'm dumb. I just need to read further. Shuttle weapons. And that's what I want, is the plasma beam array standard issue S for the shuttle. There we go. That was really cheap too. So my tiny eye of harmony I can put on, there we go, a beam weapon. We'll keep the cannons, but I now have a beam weapon on up front and a torpedo launcher, and these things are good. This is all fine and dandy. And stations now. I had TAC team, but I know that I want like fire at will or beam overload. But I don't think I have that power at Ensign. And I really don't want to have to go through the whole thing of recommissioning another officer or retraining powers right now and all that stuff. Eventually I'll get a shuttle bridge officer that I'll dedicate to being the shuttle bridge officer. That's torpedo high yield. Well, I guess we'll just keep tactical team for right now. We still have the beams, so the beam will work just fine. Alright, we'll do that. Now, let's get in my shuttle, and that will be ship selector, which is somewhere. Ship selections officer, there we go. And all we got to do is, first of all, my tiny IR Harmony is the primary shuttlecraft, yes. So it's already ready. So all I need to do is set active small craft. And now I will automatically be in my small craft when I beam up to space. Yay. That easy. There we go. Look how small it is. Gotta zoom in here so we can see it. While we're here, I'm going to take this opportunity to fix my buttons how I want them. So that way if I ever need to use the shuttle again, the buttons will be set up hopefully and I won't have to do them again. So give me just a moment and let me figure all this out here. Let's see. We'll put abandoned ship there. We'll put brace for impact there. We'll put call Suliban. That'll be helpful. Data recorder. No. Just distribute shields. Energy weapons. I got a singularity overcharge. I need to remember to use that. That will be interesting power that I can use. Fireworks, yay! So I don't have slipstream yet, so I'll put it there. Oh, wait a minute. What was that? Suliban Freighter. No, that's not what I was thinking of. I wanted the Nimbus Pirate Distress Call. That's what I was thinking of. That will be useful. Ramming speeds. Red matter. Oh, I wonder why I have two battle cloak buttons. Interesting. Well, I need one. Scattering field. Sensor scan. These are my science powers that I have right now. Ooh, and subnucleonic beam. I also have that one too. Tactical team 1. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now I know what everything is and where everything is. Now let's head to Hakona. This will be interesting now that I'm a Romulan in a Romulan ship, no less. I wonder if it will be any different, this mission. I am curious to find out. Probably is not, but, you know, still want to know. Alright, let's go to Cyvalorum. It would be cool if it was a little different. Warp 997. It's so small. But here we go. This should be fun. And I am a science officer, so this mission does have the 3 career options. You can do a science option, an engineering option, or a tactical option. Obviously, I'll do the science one. The Vault, Hakona. Whee! Oh yes, let's set. Make sure my weapons are on auto fire, and they are. That's good. We're all set, ready to go. And here is the vaults. Enter Hakona. Obviously, the station isn't as abandoned as Intel suspected. Sensors are reading several Riemann ships in the area, and that's just the ones that we can spot. That station is immense. It must have taken an incredible amount of manpower and technology to build it. It's almost the size of a small moon. That's no moon. That's a space station. Sensors are reading a sophisticated tachyon detection network, as well as several patrolling vessels. For an abandoned station, this facility certainly has a lot of activity. We need to find a way past the sensor grid. Perhaps we can see if some of our stolen Tal Shiar data will be of use. We must assume that if we engage the ships here, they'll notify whoever's left on the station, and it may become difficult to find an entry point. Avoid patrol vessels and evade sensor nets while approaching the vault. Consult your officers for options. Okay, the Riemanns are all over the system. Yeah, we know that. Alright, so we do have some options here, and we have more options than we had on the Federation side, I see. On the Federation side, you basically had those 3 options I told you about. You had the engineering, tactical, or science option. Satellite, I believe that's tactical. Let's see. Yeah. All of the construction, let's see. Tactical officers can examine the subspace booster satellite for intel. But I'm not a tactical officer, so I cannot do that one. Derelict ship. Science officers can examine the derelict ship for useful information. So if you're a science officer, this is the one you want to go to, the derelict ship. Stellar debris is engineering. So if you're an engineer, you can scan the large asteroid for additional information. But these other ones are unique. Nebula, I do remember seeing that one. It's just telling us that there's a nebula that it will disrupt shields and sensors if we get close to it or in it. But this is new, Tal Shiar codes. Never have seen that button before, so this is different. This is unique to Romulan side. I like that. Very good. Thank you, Cryptic. Alright, let's see what it does, though. Tal Shiar codes. We have a lot of old data from the Tal Shiar given your history of fighting and infiltrating them. See, I love the fact that it remembers that we did this stuff up to this point. Since it looks like the Tal Shiar hasn't been here in a while, they probably haven't changed their old codes. There's an old communications relay satellite nearby. We could try sending an access code through there and see if we can gain legitimate access. Use the communication satellite to send Tal Shiar access codes. I like that option. I'm going to choose that because we've done the other ones. I mean, all the other ones are common to Fed or KDF, but this one is unique to Romulan. I want to take the unique Romulan option. But I need to figure out where it's at now. Let's examine asteroid, examine derelict ship, examine subspace booster relay. So is it that one? That's engineering, that's science. So that's got to be the tactical one. Well, then where's the Romulan one at? Well, let me read that again. Hold on. Use the communication satellite to send Talshir. Well, where's the communication satellite? Maybe I have to go straight up to the thingamajig. Well, anyway, I can cloak. Hello. That's a benefit. But where is the communication satellite I need? I love that I can cloak now. Oh, that is so helpful. So maybe if I go up to the detection grid itself, maybe that's where I have to go. Because I really don't know. Well, let's try it. We'll go up to one of the satellites in the grid here. It's not giving me any options to do anything. Okay, it's giving me absolutely no options. Let's back off. So then where is the communication satellite? Is it the subspace relay maybe? It's the only thing that would make sense would be the subspace booster. There's no other satellites that I know of. Are there? Let's go to the booster relay and see what happens. Can't hurt. Okay, that's where we needed to go then. Oh wait. No. But I'm Romulan. I can use Talshir access codes. What? Okay. Try different codes until you have keys that match all three parts of the finished code. So what's the finished code? 128.243? Oh, I just saw it. Oh, I just saw it again. 384. Transmit. That did it. The station has accepted our docking as legitimate. Oh, sweet. So now I can legitimately dock at the station. That's cool. I like that there's a unique Romulan option. It's just a little confusing on where to go. It says satellite, but then that doesn't. That's not called a satellite. They call it a subspace relay booster. So tad confusing, but there you go. That's where it's at anyway. Should be able to go right on in with no problem. Yay! We're right on in. Enter station. Love it. That was cool. Picking up some unusual readings. We'll need to explore the accessible interior areas and see what we can find. Looks like there's another access conduit across from us. We'll have to think three-dimensionally in here. Search the vault for unusual things. Yeah, this place is huge. This is a gigantic space station. I love it, though, that we can fly through it in a shuttle. How cool is that? That is just awesomeness. Awesomeness in a can. Alright, where's that door? Oh, there it is. Hail shuttle? No response to our hails. Obviously someone is still living in this area, though. Right. Oh, there's a shuttle right there. It's a Tearsal shuttle. Interesting. I didn't even know that was there. I'm gonna cloak though. Never know. Alright, I need to get in this door. Hello, something happened. It can't. The tractor beam can't lock onto me. Scan bulkhead doors. Oh, now I'm gonna uncloak. And now it's gonna attack me. Okay. Well, I gotta take that out. Thank you, beam. And I gotta take that out. Scan the turret debris. And that'll help us get the key. 6750. So we need to input key 6750. And that's all we gotta do. Door open. Huh, how easy was that? Too easy, I would say. Now avoid these energy clusters, energy things, whatever, and don't run into walls. Every time you scan something, what I hate is that you come out of cloak. I don't understand why you have to come out of cloak when you scan stuff, but see, uncloaked us because we're scanning stuff. Makes no sense.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Now there are enemies up here. Let's see if I can bypass them by cloaking. Would like to try that. I wonder if I can just go on through without them even seeing me. I'm gonna try. I bet when I hit this energy it's gonna uncloak me though.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Well, no, I'm still cloaked. I'm still cloaked. It didn't uncloak me. Yes, I can fly right on through, even though I'm taking damage. Wow, there you go. Now we gotta go scan this Borg cube up here, or, I mean, sphere cube. I've got my shapes all mixed up. I can't tell a cube from a sphere. Anyway, this is a sphere, so let's scan it. It's gonna uncloak me. They're, of course, taking a Borg sphere and studying it. But I want to recloak and go through this door.
Warning, ship
Nothing to
is under
see
attack.
here, nothing to see. Nobody's here, you're just hearing things. Quiet. Too quiet. And here we go. Now we're going to meet a person. A Thalaron reactor. Now when I scan it, it's going to uncloak me again. That's what I hate, but gotta do what we gotta do. Scan. Sir, this is it. This was a weapons lab, an industrial research and fabrication facility where the Romulans built Thalaron weapons. If the Remans have infiltrated this base, they must be trying to secure those weapons.
Ah, so our intruder finally arrives at the heart of the matter. Have you seen all that you came to see, little spy?
So here is Obisek. I think I said Hakeeb earlier. I meant, well, I guess the storyline does deal with Hakeeb, but this is Obisek specifically. Who are you?
Does it really matter? Call me Obisek, if a name is that important to you.
What are you doing here?
That should be obvious. I intend to make use of this station to further my agenda. Your presence, however, is a bit more curious. I expect that you're operating under the shroud of Empress Sela, whether you realize it or not.
See, they don't give us any unique Romulan, because I am Romulan, so I would like to have a Romulan answer for this, but they have the same Federation and KDF answers. Nothing different that I can do. This one.
Never rely on the noble intentions of spies and thieves, Captain. And you and I are either one or the other.
Well, let's choose this diplomacy option. I don't recall having done that in the past. Let's try it.
I appreciate your level-headedness in an unfortunate situation. As you must have surmised, though, I have already located the Thaleron weapons that I need. One of my ships has completed transporting them, and soon we shall make our first strike against the Romulans in our war for liberation. Sadly, we cannot trust any outside powers to ally with us. Our freedom must be won by our own hands.
Let's try the diplomacy. I like where this is going, doing the friendly option here.
Your honesty under pressure is refreshing. Lesser beings would be scheming to learn my plans or begging for mercy. Your intellect and discretion do you credit.
I will deal with the future when it arrives. For me, there is no tomorrow until my people are free. However, I respect your commitment to your position. It's a shame we are at cross purposes.
I am afraid our time is at an end. My associates have already finished loading the Thaleron weapons that we need, and I have other operations to manage. I think we both know what happens now. May your death be quick and valorous.
I don't think so.
Ship is under attack. Target shield failed.
So if you answer those questions in a friendly manner, the more friendly you do, the more of these research data nodes you can get. And what they are is you beam them up, and they are schematics for crafting things. So if you answer those questions in a real friendly manner, there's a way to get even more data nodes, I think. But here we got 1, 2 that we can get. It's something. If you craft a lot, this could be very useful. Okay, we're going to get 3 data nodes. That's a pretty good amount out of this mission. And there's a dual beam bank, and they're just schematics so you can craft these things. And dual cannons. So there you go. Let's cloak. Oh, we got a decloak to take down this tractor beam.
Ship is under attack.
I wonder if I can get out of here without being detected. That would be pretty cool. I'm gonna try it. Instead of battling our way out like we usually do. Be cool if I could fly through this whole thing to the end, cloaked. Going to try it. Can't hurt to try.
Warning, ship is under attack.
I don't know what's firing at me. It's like it can't detect me. Yeah, it can't detect me because I'm cloaked. Huh, sweet. I like this. See, there's a Mogai right there, so if you were uncloaked, well, they would see you and you would have to fight them. Now, it is possible to take them down in a shuttle. But why do that when you can remain cloaked? Oh, I see why. Because I've got a decloak to take down the door locking mechanism, and then it's going to detect me. Wonderful. Well, it's behind there. It can't see me. Let's try this. Now I have to wait 15 seconds before I can cloak again. Hey, but it didn't see me. It's way over there. It's headed this way now, but it's still way over there. Now what the heck is that firing at? It's like firing at at friendlies. Oh, cloak time.
Ship is under attack.
Yep, they don't see me. They see me flying. My head. Alright, and come on, full impulse. There we go. Get through this little bit, and there's another ship in this other room, but I think we can bypass it since we're cloaked. As long as I don't hit this energy stuff here, I should be alright. Yep, see there's an enemy up there, and forget what it is. It is a light warbird. But it can't see me, I'm cloaked. So I should be able to pass right through this thing without doing any battle with it. Sweet, that's what I'm gonna go with. Hehe, that's awesome. Where'd my button go? It said exit station and then disappeared. Okay, there we go. We must stop Obasek's ship from Thalaron weapons. We can use the dormant Romulan subspace booster satellite outside the station to send a message to Starfleet. We'll have to survive long enough for reinforcements to show up. Let's do it. Now we're going to be in this nebula, and all our sensors and everything is going to go wacko. I don't know if my cloak will work inside the nebula. Probably not. I'm going to cloak till I catch up with Lhasa. Apparently, a Galaxy class ship. Yeah, my cloak still works inside the nebula. That's cool. But of course, we're gonna have to go into combat. Where is the ship? I gotta take down these fighters. Where are they? Come on. I gotta take down these plasma torpedoes from hitting the ship. Oh crap. Yay, that was easy. That was a lot. Oh crap, look how much damage they took. 0%. Dude. That's bad. Alright, hail. That was quite an explosion, probably from the Thalaron weapons. We're going to leave the system under high warp to draw off any reinforcements. Suggest you return to Federation space. Leave the system and return to Starbase 39 Sierra. Yahoo! You're done with the vault. Now on this one, they do not let you hail to finish. You have to physically go back to Tanae, which is weird, but that's what they're making you do. Anyway, probably doing that so you remember to get back into your starship. But I want to go into deep space. In a shuttlecraft with hardly any life support. Alpha Centauri, here we come. And Starbase 39, here we come. So that was a little introduction to Obasek, who we will learn more about throughout this storyline. And this is one of my more favorite storylines in the game, the Romulan featured episode series. It's very fun. There's a lot of good things to come with it. And it's, of course, playable on every faction, so it's not unique to any faction, but it is still fun. And, you know, here it is on the Romulan side. So, very good. Boom, 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 boom. And Starbase 39 enters Sierra system. And let's dock. Now, this time, instead of debriefing with Tanae, we're actually debriefing with DeSoto. I've taken a preliminary look at your logs, and it seems that things went a bit unexpectedly. I have a feeling that this isn't the last time we'll be seeing the Vault. The Reman commander you encountered is definitely a major player in the disintegration of the Romulan Star Empire. I'm going to send the information you gathered about him over to an old colleague of mine, Dr. Maximilian Peters, for analysis. If this Reman is a leader in their separatist movement, we'll have to deal with him again, and hopefully Dr. Peters can work up a psychological profile for him and a sociological analysis of these separatists. Our next step will be to decode the signal intelligence and go through any remnants left from the ship that was destroyed near the vault. Now that we know that the Remans were hoping to use Thalaron weapons, we need to figure out their target location. Right now, Starfleet knows far too little about a civil war in the making, but it will take time to sift through all the data. Keep in touch. Starfleet will notify you when we have a lead. Oh, and thanks for the good work. Return to Admiral Tanae. Now we go to Tanae.
Excellent work. We need to learn more about the conflict between Obasek and the Romulans. Sila's forces may indeed be hounding the Remans, but the use of Thalaron weapons is unacceptable. Not even the Klingons or the Breen will stoop to such barbarism. Starfleet intelligence will be working to decode the list of possible targets you acquired from the base's databanks. The next step may be to investigate these sites and find out why the Remans want to destroy them.
And we get a ton of skill points, expertise, and Scorpion Fighters.
Congratulations, Commander.
Now we are Commander 37. We are moving on up there. Yay, I got full hull plating. Now I want to finish doing the probability logistics. But remember after this mission to get back in your starship, or else you will find yourself in a very small shuttle and unable to do things well. I wonder if anybody has played all of these missions in a shuttle. Now there's a playthrough that could be interesting. Play every mission in a shuttle. And we make our starship active. That's it. All I gotta do. Alright, so that was pretty fun. That was the Vault. And in the next mission, we'll do Mine Enemy, which is also fun. So, I hope you all enjoyed that, Toward Freedom in the Vault, and stay tuned for the next one.